Tabuawan is a Ojibwe word for truth. To me, truth means to be truthful to your friends, parents, and yourself. To learn truth, you have to learn all the other teachings. I try to tell the truth by not telling any lies.
Amani Ejuewin is the Ojibwe word for respect. Respect is one of the 7 grandfather teachings. To practice respect is to respect others how you would want to be treated and to respect yourself. My dad told me that the sign of respect for us is the moose, because instead of buffalo we hunted moose for our clothing and meat, and we used every part of it. I practice this teaching by respecting others how I would want to be treated.
I'm going to talk about wisdom.
Wisdom is one of the 7 grandfather teachings. Nibwakawin means wisdom in Ojibwe.
Wisdom is knowing to help each other. It is being able to ask for help.
Wisdom is about learning about the mistakes that you've made and what you've seen others have made. Wisdom can make you into a leader, because since you learn so many things throughout your life. I learned my wisdom from the teachings that my dad had given to me.
I practice wisdom helping my elders.
Courage is the one of the 7th teaching. Saugeen means courage in Ojibwe. To me, courage means to accept responsibility for your actions. Courage is basically trying your best at hard times. Courage is accepting your strengths and weaknesses. I practice my courage by accepting my mistakes and I learn from them.
Love is one of the grandfather teachings. Saugeen is love in Ojibwe. Love is to know peace, the ability to get along with others, be thoughtful and care for others. Do something to make the day better for someone else or myself. Everyone's different. Let's accept others and ourselves. I practice this teaching by caring for others.
Honesty is one of the 7 teachings. Goya Kawa means honesty. Honesty is exploring your weakness and strengths and overcoming your fears to change them. Honesty is approaching life situations and challenges with an open mind and heart. Honesty is looking at what you do and realize how it affects you and others in a negative or positive way. I practice honesty by thinking that I want to do applied courses, but I know that I'm capable of doing academic courses, and it'll be better for me in the long run.
Humility is one of the grandfather's teachings. Dizern means humility in Ojibwe. Humility is like learning from your mistakes and laughing at yourself while doing it. Humility is being able to listen with an open mind and not be judgmental. I practice humility by listening to others and accepting them for who they are.
Which teaching do you think of when you think of Harley?
I have to say for Harley it would be love, because she's one of the more caring people in the classroom when it comes to her classmates and her friends. The particular example I think of is usually once a day, she makes a point of going over to the other side of the room to say hi to her friend Allison and give her a big hug. And I just appreciate that. I think we don't see that enough. When I say Johnny, which of the 7 teachings do you think of?
I would have to say humility. He's a very, very bright young man, and he has been, the entire year he's been taking 3 courses every term, and he's been excelling in all of his subjects, and we never once hear him bragging about them. So he's very humble. Which of the 7 teachings do you think about when you think of Corey?
For Corey, definitely I think of courage. He's been out of school for a while, and it took a lot of courage for him to come back this year, knowing that it was going to be hard work, and he hasn't shied away from that hard work, so definitely I think of courage. How about Amanda? Which of the 7 teachings do you think of?
Amanda, I think of wisdom. Wisdom, because when I think of her, I see her doing these animations, the computer animations, and she's self-taught when it comes to those things, and I think she's really smart and understands how to do it. And the thing with her is that she's willing to share that knowledge that she has with her classmates and others around her. Which of the 7 teachings do you think about when you think of Pamela?
Pamela, I definitely think of truth. I know that when I talk to Pam, she's going to tell it like it is. For instance, if she or her sister ever miss school, which doesn't happen very often, she's going to give me the straight goods and tell me why it was, even if it was because they got the newest Halo Reach game and pulled an all-nighter and were too tired to come to school. Thankfully, it doesn't happen very often. Which of the teachings do you think of when I say Kelly?
Kelly's courageous. I think of courage. She's a go-getter, and she's willing to try new things. She's not always comfortable in front of a camera, but she's willing to do it. She's always willing to try. And another thing that she does that's pretty courageous, especially for someone her age, is she'll get on that IP phone and she'll talk to her teachers any time of day. Which of the 7 teachings do you think of when you think of Jolene?
Jolene, I definitely think of humility. She always values what other people have to say. She listens really well. She's not afraid to ask for help. She doesn't think it affects how she is perceived by other people. She never boasts, and that's really appreciated. Which of the 7 teachings do you think of when you think of Melvin? Melvin,
aka Moose. Everybody knows him by Moose. He's a respectful dude. He respects his space. He respects the classroom. One of the situations that I can think of is when he makes tea, or anybody else makes tea for that matter. If he has some tea, he'll clean up the kitchen and tidy up the teapot so that him and others can enjoy tea the next day. Which of the 7 teachings do you think of when you think of Michaela?
Michaela's had a lot of courage this year. She has a new baby in her life, and he's really wonderful, and she cares for him a lot, but she has not let that affect her schooling. She's had shown a lot of bravery to commit to doing her schoolwork and coming to school regularly and earning her credits. When I say Allison, which of the 7 teachings do you think of?
I think of respect. Allison, very, extremely respectful to a T. She uses her manners very well, and the thing is, when she says thank you, it's like she makes it a point to get your attention. She says, "Hey Stephanie, thank you." If I help her with her work or something, it's really appreciated. And another thing is if she has a bad day, every student has a bad day. And if she has a bad day, she's definitely one to apologize for it, even if it's unnecessary for her.